The 2024 Player Development Conference was a success. We did it. We did it. Second year in a row. I want to thank so many people before I get started. But I just want to say, y'all, this started off as like in 2022. I had this crazy idea in October. And I was like, man, you know what? Let's put a conference together. A lot of people wanted it. A lot of people have wanted the conference. I went to the FCA, tried to make it happen. Didn't work out that time. We got a panel out of it. We thought about different things. People were like, we need something for us. We need something for us. And so I'm sitting there and I keep hearing this from people. And I was just like, you know what? Let's make it happen. Let's make it virtual. My whole goal was to have more attendees than the speakers. And so last year was a success. And going into year two, whenever there's a sequel, sequels are always tough, right? We all love Lion King 1, but does anybody remember Lion King 2? You know what I'm saying? We all love Home Alone 1. But does anybody remember Home Alone 2? So sequels are always tough. It's hard to go back to back and have success. And so this conference reached that. I literally have all these notes. These are all notes from the conference right here. I mean, I just got notes. Boom, boom, boom. All of those are notes from the conference. It was incredible to sit back and see so many esteemed professionals give up their time, their space, their experience, their acumen to so many. And so year two was an absolute success. I'm excited for year three, which I'll talk about later in the video. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Ed Jones II. I'm the founder of Beyond the Field. This channel is all about player development. I served in the role as a director of player development at 3 universities, University of Houston, University of Kansas, and Baylor University. Since then, I've transitioned, taken everything I've learned, and now I provide coaching, content, and courses in player development. Check the show notes for more information. I want to start this episode off by thanking people. Before I get into it, it's a recap video. It's taken me a while. It's Thursday. This was a week after the conference. It's just been so many people have been pouring in, and I just wanted to sit back and kind of take it all in. And it's been a while. I got a newsletter. You can check the newsletter in the show notes. Check it out. It's more detailed than this video, but really, really excited. So I want to thank, first of all, my team. I want to thank my team. I want to thank Evin Norman of Next Level Branding. I want to thank Lauren King and Caitlin Burnett. This could not have happened without this team. Evin and Lauren came on last year and helped me with this mission, this crazy, crazy idea I had. So I want to thank them. Caitlin came on this year, did an incredible job on the social media. But I want to take time. I'm a very creative person. I have things that go here, go there. They did a really good job of reining me in and making sure that whatever we talked about was beneficial to those attending the conference. They did an incredible job behind the scenes, incredible job of engaging people. This conference, doing it 2 years in a row, it was a tough time. I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. And so we honestly, for like almost 2 months, couldn't get a consistent meeting schedule. And they were patient with me. I thank them so much. They did things when I was not able to because something was going on in my life, or mentally I couldn't do it. And so I thank them so much. The support that y'all have, Evin, Lauren, and Caitlin, it wouldn't happen without y'all. And I'm just so thankful for you all. Thank you, team of 3, for help. Well, team of 4. Thank you for helping us. And shout out to Lauren for the color coordinations throughout the conference. Evin did an incredible job on the website, incredible job with all the operations and management with the speakers. And like I said, Caitlin did her thing on social media. So super, super thankful for my team. Y'all did it. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. And y'all go check them out. I got their LinkedIns in the show notes. Go follow them. Go support them. Go say thank you. If you were there, if you want more information, reach out to them. Super, super excited. Want to also say thank you to our sponsors. This conference can't happen without sponsors. And our two-time platinum sponsor, Miss Terralyn Nunn of Access Granite. We want to thank you so much, Miss Terralyn Nunn. Terralyn, you have been a godsend, really. To me, to this conference, to people in this space. We thank you for all that you've done. Shout out to you sponsoring the speaker gifts. You have just sponsored so much. The conference, the speaker gifts, you've done so much for this space. I'm thankful for the doors that are opening for you. You came in, y'all. Terralyn reached out last year. I put out a sponsorship, Google form, and she jumped out of nowhere. It was like, let me do it. And I was like, this is what it is. She's like, awesome. I want to sponsor at this level. And she sponsored at the platinum level. And we are so thankful for 2 years in a row. Platinum level sponsor, Terralyn Nunn. Access Granite's information is in the show notes. check out their website, learn so much more. She does so much to help athletes, so much, from the real estate acumen she has, the concierge service she provides. It's a lot. So go check it out in the show notes. Also, I want to say thank you to our bronze sponsor, Jonathan Jones of Jonathan Jones Speaks. Jonathan, thank you so much for your support of the Player Development Conference. And Jonathan also, as a part of his sponsorship, not only did he, invest into this conference, he's also given those who were in the conference and others a free book and a workshop. You can find that in the show notes. But Jonathan, thank you so much for your investment into this conference. It means a lot for what you do for the people in this space. So those are the sponsors. Thank you so much. This cannot happen with sponsors, and I'm so excited to have a relationship with the sponsors and their support. Thank you. Next, I want to thank the speakers. And you know what? I'm not going to miss no names. So let me pull this up real quick because I ain't missing no names down. So next, I want to thank the speakers. I want to thank the speakers so much. So mention all their names here: Jeremiah Brown, Mike Miller, Fernando Velasco, Ashley Goodman, Darian Harris, Chidozie Ibebuchi, Savannah Bailey, Jess Gray, Tim Bryson, Christian Carr, Dr. Lacey Carmen Johnson, Kurt Richardson, Antoine McLean, DeVille Winters, Will Baggett, Alexander Martin, Josh Mariner, Arkeem Bird, to Brooke Blaine, and Gus Felder. Thank y'all so much for speaking. Thank y'all so much for crushing the sessions or breakout sessions, whatever it may be. They came in and they did an incredible job. I'm so thankful for them. So thankful for the relationships I have with them. I always tell people all the time, and I always start to relate with relationships. And it's awesome to call these professionals who are literally doing stuff right now. They got rookies moving in. They got seasons going on. There's freshmen coming in, all this. They took time out of their weekend to not only show up for sessions, but to show up for multiple sessions. They showed up for multiple sessions, like seeing Dr. Lacey Carmen Johnson in every session, engaged in the chat, taking notes, coming back. It's incredible. These speakers, I just really hope that the people who attended the conference understand that you don't get this access anywhere else. The buy-in from the speakers. I've been to conferences where speakers come in, boom, they give it, and they out. They are out, off the stage, and they're out. And so thankful for the speakers. Can't thank them enough for their time, their energy. Like I said, y'all, I got crazy notes. Just so many dimes, gems, whatever you want to call it, dropped over the span of the conference. Thank you, speakers. So we also tried something new this year. It was called Networking Night. So during the first night, I asked 6 professionals in this space to come spend some time with attendees. And they were Kayla Henderson, Austin Albrecht, Dr. Lori Robinson, Kevin Washington, Ira Childress, and Reggie Lane. Thank y'all so much for coming on a Thursday night, spending time, engaging. It went longer than it was allotted, which I knew was going to happen, because there's so many people in this space that want to just pour so much into so many different people that are in the role and people that are interested in the role. So I want to thank them so much for the time they, gave us as well, networking night. So you just heard it was 26 professionals that spent time giving game during the conference. Yo, I know I was part of the planning. I know what was going to go on, but just once again, my mind's blown by people coming together and wanting to help people. And it's just, yeah, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful, y'all. Thank you, speakers. You were a speaker. You were at networking night. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate that. And then shout out to the attendees this year. Attendees were locked in, and not to say that we're not last year, because they were locked in as well, but just seeing the attendees locked in and seeing them get their questions answered, seeing them show up. We had people during breaks at work like, hey, I got a question, I got a quick break. Like, people, just the dedication of people showing up, being there, getting their money's worth, because, hey, look, they definitely got way more worth than what they paid. And just getting that what they needed. It was incredible to see the attendees show up. Attendees, I mean, we had, by the day 2, we had speakers shouting out the attendees. There's all on, social media, on LinkedIn right now. I'm seeing attendees post stuff, and speakers are in the comments saying, hey, I'm proud of you, all different things like that. Massive, massive value, immeasurable value our speakers gave to the attendees. And attendees, y'all know what I'm about to say. Y'all make sure y'all follow up. They told you how to do it. Alexander Martin had one of the best, one of the most needed speeches about those looking to get in this space. And I'm going to talk to Alex about that. We might have to do a workshop or a webinar or something so he can do it again. It was incredible. If you want access to that, check the show notes. You have to pay for the recordings. But yeah, I hope y'all got it. Like Alex said, follow up. He gave you tips on how to do it, so do it. So, going back to accomplishing the second player development conference, year 2, it was incredible. Year 1 was really, really good. There were some things we wanted to do a little differently because we read the survey. One thing that we did, it was our first year, is it was long. We went from, I think, 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. the Friday night. And then we went all day Saturday, like 9 to 4 or 5. So we wanted to do some different things in the format. And the number one thing was breaks. We added a lot of breaks. So we had a morning session, afternoon sessions, and evening sessions because we wanted to format it in a way that's more conducive to conferences that people are used to going to. And so that was part of the format. So the breaks definitely helped. One thing we also did is we eliminated panels. Not saying that we won't have panels in the future, but we wanted sessions where speakers are able to go in. The biggest reason for this is Q&A. We wanted to give more time for Q&A. Last year, we didn't get as much time for Q&A. This year, we had a lot of time. And so there was a format for that. The other thing we wanted to do is spread it over 3 days. We wanted that networking night, just like it would be if you were at a conference. That first night, you're kind of meeting, mingling, different things like that. Then we got into it. And so that format for us, I know for me, was very, very beneficial to have breaks, beneficial to get different speakers, beneficial. Those breaks allow you to just take it all in. You're not writing notes, oh, I got to go to the next one. But even people were engaged with each other offline, whatever it may be. It was good. It was good. And so I enjoy that. What we learned from that is, I know I got so excited, I forgot to introduce people in their topics, so I'll do a better job next year's conference. This is who's speaking. This is their topic. This is why they were selected. Here we go. Another thing was networking night. We kind of just, hey, get in there and get it done. There could be some more structure there, but also networking night is networking night. You got to get there, get in there and get it. So that there. What I learned personally was just like, I learned about my team. I learned about my team and how I literally was listening to the sessions, taking notes. My team literally did an incredible job and made it to where if that was my experience, to just sit back, read, watch, sit back, watch, write, and take in, I know that was everybody's experience. So I learned even more about my team. I learned as a leader is giving delegation, like empowering people. They would ask, hey, what do you want to do? I would say, what do you want to do? So my team did an incredible job. I also learned, I knew this, it's just something when you see the collaboration of people in this space and how they want to help, how they're supporting people. It was awesome seeing, Dr. Lacey Carmen Johnson, Alexander Martin's work twin, and Jess Gray in the chat when Alexander Martin was going. It was great seeing Kurt Richardson get on, talk about what he had heard from Dr. Lacey or what he had heard from another speaker. It was also seeing Josh Mariner talk about what he heard and seeing all these speakers talk about what they had just heard and seeing them locked in. And so the community of athlete development, player development, whatever you would like to call the professionals in this space is small, but seeing the support is great. And so that was something I thought it was really, really well, or something that was really, really cool personally. I thought it went well. Overall, it's a big difference. I actually talked to Gus Felder. I spoke to Nebraska's football team here right after the conference, a couple days after the conference, and we talked in person. He's like, man, year 2 was incredible. So year 1 was good, but seeing the progress, I thought the same thing. I walked away from like, man, people had their questions answered. I mean, one person sent me a message and they said they did not know what they wanted to do in life and their purpose. They just didn't feel like they knew their purpose and they were sad and they were going through stuff, and this conference lifted them up. And so stuff like that is just incredible. I thought it went very, very well. Overall, I'm taken aback, really taken aback by just the support. And it's bigger than me, of course. It's bigger than me. It's always been bigger than me, like I forgot to say it. Thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus, for this happening. God gets the glory for everything that happened, the conference going well. But he put this in my heart. He put this in my heart at the University of Houston. He had someone speaking to my life about it at the University of Kansas. And so beyond the field, for me, like going back when Gus Felder's PowerPoint had the conference logo on it, I put my pen down and I just sat back and thought like, man, like I am really building something that's impacting people. Like this is Gus Felder and he's putting a logo I created on Canva, shout out to Canva, on his PowerPoint. and seeing people support. Yeah. Just means a lot. Just means a lot for kid from Missouri City, Texas, to have this big dream, and it's just teaching me to continue to dream big. When you think about Dr. Lacey Carmen Johnson coming on saying, I want to support someone, not only supporting someone, but purchasing 2 tickets and then providing a mentorship. Then from listening to a talk from Will Baggett, shout out to Bag Talk, saying I want to create a mentorship cohort. Like, that's crazy. And to have a part in that is incredible. To see a Jess Gray, a Ashley Goodman, other people buy tickets for other people. To see speakers buy a ticket even when they're speaking, it's crazy. To see the support, to see where it's going, and it's gonna go. I'm just taken aback. The attendees showing up, like the sponsors, my team, just the support overall of what Beyond the Field wants to do. Once again, the whole purpose overall, I know I can get into this business graphic, this graphic, that graphic, I get into all this stuff that I'm supposed to say. But in 2016, I did not know what I was doing when I got the job. I did not know what I was doing. So my heart is always in helping people understand what to do in this world so they can have immediate impact. Immediate impact. Once again, first 2 years, I was building a relationship. There was impact. There's some things that I wish I would have known. So I want to make sure to create some additional impact towards a relational impact. So I always want to make sure that nobody's where I was at in 2016. And to see people come with that mission I have is incredible. Toby Wigway from Houston, Texas, shout out to H-Town, talked about it. He said, if your car's on the side of the road and you just stand there, nobody's going to help you. But if you start pushing your car, people are going to get out and help you. And so been pushing this mission ahead, and a lot of people have helped. And I am so thankful for those who have, come along and helped. Those who believe in me, those who send messages. Maybe you didn't come to the conference, but you retweeted, you liked, you read the newsletter, you shared the newsletter. All of that matters. All of that stuff matters. You purchased a course, you purchased a book, whatever it may be. You want to find a way to support it. There's opportunities in the show notes. But it all matters. It all matters. And because of the support and because of you all, this pushes me to create more content. This pushes me to do more things for this space, so that we all can, at the end of the day, I kept saying this throughout the conference, we're all here to impact athletes. And so with your support for me, it allows me to create more content. So we're all supporting athletes. And so thank you so much for you all who came. Once again, thank you to my team. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the speakers. Thank you to those who came for networking night. Thank you to the attendees. Thank you to everybody who retweeted, liked, whatever it may be. Anybody who supported the Player Development Conference. Shout out to Tori Takel, who sent me a message today saying she's so proud of me. That stuff goes a long way. Thank you to all of you who were a part of the 2024 Player Development Conference in some way. I cannot thank you enough. And with that said, got a major announcement for the 2025 Player Development Conference. It will be let me make sure this mic gets it, in person. It will be in person. Yes, we are about 90% done with the location and getting all that squared away, but it will be in person. You will find out more. Subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't. Follow our socials. It will come out. Those who came to the conference will find out first. But we are 90% squared away on it being in person, and I cannot wait for that. Once again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your support. You'll see some content from me here, doing some different stuff. I have some content from my time talking to Nebraska, but here in the pretty quick future, gonna take a little break to get ready for July, August, fall camp, give you some more material, content, newsletter, things like that. So I'm gonna take a break, but definitely want you to lock in with us. And I'm so excited. Once again, as I always say, go out and create generational impact. Don't wait, create that generational impact today. And while you're creating that impact and waiting on the new content, check out these videos here. We got a playlist right here about the questions of player development tips. And oh yeah, I did this one live, 100 tips in player development. And you know what? Let me know what you think. Y'all have a good one.